What's going on, family? We are officially on the journey to 1 million subscribers, and my team and I are giving away $30,000 to help you pay off your consumer debt. That's right. 3E3 community members will each get $10,000 to wipe out their consumer debt. Now, do you want in? It's simple. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my email list by going to anthonyoneal.com and clicking on the Join the Community tab. That's 100% it. Check this out. At 940,000 subscribers, we're surprising one lucky person live on my show with the first $10,000, and we're going to give that person a financial makeover before paying off their debt. So, before we get to today's show, hit that subscribe button and let's hit it a million strong before my birthday, July 1st. All right? Love you all. Let's get to the show. What made you go from a theology background to careerist to now making 6+ figures a year doing your thing? And you're like, yo, I feel good in today's economy. What sparked that shift to go from theology to technology?
Okay. And I'll just be honest right there. I'll say we have the trajectory for it to get 6 figures a year. I'm taking the sacrifice to help this business to grow. It's a small company.
Wow.
And so, yeah, but I get a lot of freedom. And like I said, I get paid by results. So I know what I wanted out of the job, and I was able to get what I wanted.
Let's stay right now. Well, you said, man, I sacrificed a large paycheck for two main reasons for what I hear. One, actually three. One was I actually believe in the company's mission. So they're paying me enough to survive. But because they can't pay me multiple 6 figures or even 6 figures, I have freedom. What does freedom mean to you? And I think you're 34. So at 34, what does freedom mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, as again, I'm able to save like 50% of my paycheck, right? And live comfortably. So I'm able to like save and live comfortably. I'm able to come in. I have my own office that we're in right now. I'm able to, leave if I need to take some time off to travel, to go overseas and do mission trips or just take time off. We just schedule that. I plan it. I go. He respects me to lead the company and do what I'm told to do. And then I'm rewarded by doing what I'm told to do. So I get to make my paycheck in a sense. So I get to work as hard as I want. Sales is like that. If you work in sales, anyone that works in sales understand, if you have the right incentives and you have the right structure, it's like a dog with a hot dog in front of you. You're just going to work, right? Yeah. And I like working. And so I found the right group of people to work with, a paid structure that works, that is, I wasn't making all that money back in the South. So I was used to having a sort of lifestyle. Now that my pay increased, I didn't just increase my lifestyle like that. I just kept that lifestyle so I could start pocketing and plan for the future.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I get excited when I hear stuff like this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It took some years to figure it out. Like you said, I'm 34, so I'm not as young as I was before, but I still have time ahead of me where I can plan. And I was able to pocket quite a bit last year, and I'm hoping to do even more this year. And so it's not just about, like, as you said, with the economy and surviving, I'm looking for 10 years ahead, 20 years ahead of what my goals are, my plans are to accomplish. And this is a vehicle to get me there.
It's a huge vehicle to get you there. And I love this. And one more quick question and pivoting, and then I need to come back because I think people want to know exactly what were the steps you took to get to where you are today. And even if it's a non-traditional route, I think we need to share it with Careerist, because I'm just, man, salute to my friends over there at Careerist. We're going to put all their information inside of today's show notes, because to be 34 and Isaac can save 50% of his paycheck, and then not only save 50% of his paycheck, but then have the freedom to travel and to do his mission trips that he desires to do with his local church and the local body of Christ. Man, that's amazing. I'm curious, Isaac, are you single, married?
Single.
Okay.
No kids.
Bring your mic up because we can barely hear.
Yeah, single, no kids. So that helps.
Single, no kids. All right, great. So Isaac, let's talk about this. Why Careerist, man? Because out of all the boot camps out there that you could have went to, out of all the certifications you could have gotten, What made you choose Careerist, and how has Careerist impact your life today?
Careerist wasn't actually the first one. So I tried a few different courses and different avenues before I got to Careerist. But by the time I got there, I saw Cyrus. And so Cyrus was the influencer on Instagram that mentioned his background and what he went through. And but there's also another one called Course Careers. And so I was looking between the two, and Careerist is like 10 times the price. And so I was like, what is making them feel like they can charge 10 times more than this platform? And I looked at the results and I'm like, okay, if you really feel like you bring that much more value, and they're able to have a flexible payment structure for me, I said, okay, it makes sense. If I can do this, pay this price, obviously get a job, I've made back 20 times what I've paid for the Careerist program. and that's just going to every year after year, it's just going to keep multiplying and multiplying what I've made back. So it did pay off. I was right.
What's going on, family? If you want financial freedom, you need time freedom. And both start with increasing your income. That's why I've partnered with my good friends over at Careers to help you land your first high-paying job in tech in as little as, check this out, 6 months. Now, you don't need to let the word tech scare you. Please don't. This isn't about coding, all right? Careers offers real opportunities in areas like quality assurance, tech sales, UX, UI design, and data analytics. No tech background or a 4-year bachelor degree even required. You'll get hands-on training from industry pros, real-world experience, career coaching, and even, check this out, an internship to help you stand out when you go to apply for jobs. And it's 100% remote. You can work from the comfort of your home. If you're ready to take control of your money, your schedule, and your future, I need you to head over to anthonyoneal.com/careerist. That's anthonyoneal.com/CAREERIST and start your journey to a better life today.
Why I chose Careerist was the fact that they had real sales engineers that were currently working in the role of sales engineers teaching us. So it wasn't like a young teenager, because I've paid for some courses where it's an 18-year-old kid on the other line. I'm 28 or 29. I'm like, bro, you have not experienced life. Your heart hasn't even been broken yet. Like, you haven't even, you know what I mean? It's like once you go through enough heartache and pain, you can recognize it. And so anyway, I could just tell that these were actually grown men who had families, who had careers. These guys are obviously making 6-figure salaries, but yeah, they're taking time out of their day to invest into other people. So that was one thing that I really liked. The certification seemed really neat. The fact that they were going to help you with job placement was also really good, because it's like they're going to help you to recoup on your investment that you make. So there are a lot of things that looked good. They had a social proof. Plus, like I said, Cyrus was there. And since I went through the program, what's been really neat, I mean, not just giving me the skills like advanced computing, but teaching me how to do interviews. And then also with the LinkedIn optimization, that was a huge game changer, because when you can turn your LinkedIn into like an inbound funnel, you can, just like with Instagram or with any of these social platforms, if you're trying to target the right type of person to talk to, you just got to know how to optimize your LinkedIn. And so LinkedIn optimization was a great tool. So shout out to them for that. But
are you still using LinkedIn today?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It's like autopilot. It just grows and you share certain things. And they've actually done, this is the biggest video interview that they've done, but they've done another interview with me with Alina Miraz, I think, which was their content manager at the time. And they've done a couple written articles. And so I like the fact that they're a school where they want to obviously grow, and they've given to me some skills and abilities, and I would love to share that with other people as well. And so, you know, I know that there's hope for the future where, you know, as like what Cyrus did. Cyrus is getting rewarded by sharing this information with others. And that's the thing right now. There is so much information out there, but the best information is behind a paywall. That's just a fact.
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And really, it's what you want at the other end. So if you're trying to get into tech and you don't understand it, you don't, have a background, or you've seen things on YouTube, it's good to talk to people who are actually in that space. And you don't have to pay to talk to careerists. You actually can talk to their consultants or their salespeople for free and really get a hands-on experience to understand it. But yeah, it's a platform that, like I said, it's been very rewarding to me, both in the sense of my personal branding, if you would, like helping me to promote me online, but also, just like I said, the skills that you, as a man, it's really the skills you have and what you bring to the table that makes your value. And then as you increase your value, that's how you get more money. It's not just about you can work more hours and do all these things, but if you're not bringing more skills and more things to the table, why would someone pay you more? So when you have more skills and you have more abilities to do things, you're just incentively, people are going to feel the need to pay you more just because of what you can do. And then, of course, if God is for you,
Who can
just
be
follow
against you?
that path.
Yep.